All right, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. Let me make sure I'm recording. Anyway, today's video, getting back into NFL Weekly, something that we've been doing for the past 2 weeks, but for those of you familiarized with our weekly format, if you go back to NBA Weekly, or if you tune into the past 2 episodes, how we do it is in the first portion of the video, we just talk about the standings of the teams and talk about the biggest headlines of the week. And then in the second half of the video, dive deeper into 3 different teams and talk about what's been working for them, what's not been working for them, kind of just diving deep into understanding where they are at the moment. Now, looking at the AFC East, no surprise to see the Dolphins and Bills leading up. Speaking of Jets, we'll talk about them in the second half of the video. Spoilers, I know. Zach Wilson's awful. AFC West, no surprise to see the Chiefs up top. Granted, I think the biggest surprise is Broncos 0-3 and Chargers 1-2. Raiders, I don't think the expectations were all there. AFC North, this is going to be a tight race through and through. If you think about the Steelers, they're a team that really just never goes away. They always find a way to battle. That's kind of what Mike Tomlin brings to the table. And then you talk about the Ravens, who have Lamar Jackson and an offense that's capable of clicking on all cylinders in the running game just because you have Lamar Jackson. And I understand that J.K. Dobbins going down doesn't help, but when you have someone as a dual threat as him, all you need is a decent running back group. And Gus Edwards, honestly, is a physical runner. I think he's pretty nice. Justice Hill dealing with some injuries, but I think when he gets back, it'll help. Kenyon Drake, Melvin Gordon don't look great by any means, but all it takes is a good O-line, which is what they have, a good quarterback, and running backs to just do something to make a running game look phenomenal. And that's just how good Lamar Jackson is. Talking about the Browns, they're a weird team because while they have won their matches or games, I should say, pretty convincingly, they as a unit just don't look unstoppable. I think it's their defense that's what's really to write home about. But Deshaun Watson has his moments of just what the hell's going on. They don't have a clear-cut receiver leading the way. Nick Chubb going down really hurts them. They still have Ford, and they brought in Kareem Hunt, but still, really weird time for the Browns offensively. Bengals, I think they'll figure it out. They are 1-2. They're just coming off a W against the Rams. Joe Burrow looks steady enough. Ja'Marr Chase looks like Ja'Marr Chase, like what everyone expected him to. Going to the AFC South, nobody expected the Colts to be 2-1. Nobody expected the Jaguars to be 1-2. Texans, honestly, I don't think anyone would have been surprised if they're 0-3, but they pull out a win. Titans look rough offensively. Defense is really solid, especially their run defense. Absolutely elite. God damn. Jaguars, figure your shit out. The Eagles look absolutely phenomenal if we're talking about the NFC East, and honestly, they're favorites to take this division. Cowboys absolutely shitting the bed against the Cardinals. Defensively looked extremely vulnerable. Offensively absolutely could not, and I can't stress enough, come up clutch and score when they needed to. Anytime they needed a touchdown, they got a field goal or less. They couldn't convert 4th down conversions. They couldn't just score from the red zone. It was just a mess from the Cowboys. Commanders 2-1, got their asses handed to them by the Bills. Giants 1-2. Talked about it several times. I've always said this for a very long time in the history of this channel. Daniel Jones is not the answer. He is absolutely not the answer. No way. No freaking way. 49ers look elite. Seahawks bouncing back to win 2 in a row after losing in the opener. Rams, tough loss against the Bengals, but they have to, at the same time, clean up on their shit. And when they're in the red zone, score a goddamn touchdown. Cardinals, honestly, no one expected them to beat the Cowboys and be 1-2 at all. So, good on them. But going to the NFC North, Packers, Lions leading the way. The only real surprise here, if you ask me, is the Vikings being 0-3. It's not that I expected the Bears to be this ass, but it's not like I expected the most out of them anyway. NFC South is going to be a tough one because, honestly, I don't think there's a clear-cut best team in this division. Now, with Derek Carr going down, honestly, he's probably going to miss a game, maybe at the most 2. I would say just a game, though. The Saints, I'm wondering how that's going to look offensively with Jameis Winston under center. It's not that they've been great anyway, but Jameis Winston has a tendency of turning the ball over, which is not a good thing. Falcons, tough loss against the Lions, but Desmond Ritter, I'm pretty sure it's Ritter. God damn, he's he is so ass. Like honestly, dude, he is so ass. Okay, so you look at the Packers game, 32 pass attempts, only 237 yards to go with it, and then 18 pass attempts the first game against Carolina, run heavy game. But I mean, it's just disappointing because as you can see, based off of how much he's throwing it, and even then his pass completions, it's not translating to a whole lot of yardage. Just a lot of 5-10 yard passes, and when he does go deep, he misses Kyle Pitts or Drake London. Honestly, as a Kyle Pitts owner in fantasy, this shit's depressing, dude, because there are throws that this guy makes and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is that? Just put it in the vicinity, bro. Just put it around him. Give him a shot. All right, favorite part of the video. You guys know how we do it if you've been around. If not, first team of the day we are going to be talking about, drum roll please, bum. We got the Buffalo Bills. Now, the reason why I want to talk about the Buffalo Bills is because as great of a team as they are, right, they can dominate all the regular season. The big question that comes to light, as you saw with the Stefon Diggs drama in the offseason and leading up to the season, is can this team get through the finish line? They can go the distance, that's no question. We've seen what they can do time and time again. But god damn it, why can't they breach that barrier? Why can't they just get through and just win? Well, those are the questions that they themselves are asking. But I think that ultimately what it comes down to are two things. One, what kind of Josh Allen is going to show up, right? So as you saw week 1, when Josh Allen doesn't show up, this team is going to be in big trouble, because when Josh Allen does show up, he's giving you 4 touchdowns, even possibly 5 touchdowns. He's rushing for first downs, scrambling, making just physical plays, even though the Bills fans don't want to see it. That's his way of competing at the highest level. He just gives it all on the line. But on days where he doesn't have it, we're talking about turnovers galore, boneheaded plays that can be really frustrating to watch. Number 2, their defense. You know, as we saw last year, was it last year against the Chiefs, or was it the year before? The year where 3 touchdowns. Yeah, no, this was 2 years ago. I'm tripping balls. So there was like 4 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes or some crazy shit. Ultimately, I think what's going to hold this team back is, one, Josh Allen. Now, I'm not saying Josh Allen isn't worth the money he's getting paid. I'm not saying he's not a franchise quarterback. I'm just saying that you don't know what version of him you're going to get during certain games. And 2, the defense just has to come clutch and just bring it home. You know, they can't allow opposing offenses to just do whatever they want. Granted, at this point in the season, and in every regular season, to be honest with you, they always have it held down, ready to go. Honestly, I'm really excited just to see what they can do this year, because in terms of roles, we know what we're getting from their receiving core. In terms of their backfield, I think James Cook looks really great. Dude looks elusive. He looks fast. Looks like he can make sharp cuts. And then to add on top of that, you have Damian Harris to finish things off in the end zone, and Latavius Murray. So you have backs, like a true running back by committee, but those 2 backs that I just mentioned in the ladder, they are people who can finish tough in the red zone. That is important because you have teams like Rams, or you have teams like Dallas who kind of struggle to do that at times. A team like Buffalo is not, especially when they have, again, those 2 plus Josh Allen. And you know Josh Allen's going to put his body on the line if he needs to. So he'll cross the goddamn line. Not only that, you talk about receivers, Stefon Diggs being who he is, and that's just flat out elite, creates separation better than most receivers in the league. Gabe Davis, another physical receiver, big play threat. Tight ends, you know, you still have Dawson Knox, nothing crazy, but when you have Josh Allen playing the way he does and just, again, running away, scrambling, oh no, crossbody throw, but it's just a dime. So again, what Josh Allen are you going to get? That's the big question. 2, is their defense going to be able to hold it down? I think in the first week you had the bad version of Josh Allen. As good as the defense played, that's not, when you can't have 4 turnovers as a quarterback. But again, regular season is where they've excelled time and time again. We've seen it in the past. We know that. I think everyone knows this team's going to make playoffs, and it just comes down to that last bit. Like I said, what will they do? They have the players. Von Miller coming back, it's only going to help defensively. Like, they have the players. It's kind of like that clutch factor. You know, you talk about the San Diego Padres for baseball, a team that when they lose, they're losing by 1 or 2, but when they win, they're winning by like 7, 6, 8, some crazy shit. And that's kind of like the Bills, dude. When they lose, it's honestly pretty close. Like, it's very, very, very close. When they win, it feels like they just dominate. But god damn it, you have to come up clutch in those close matches. Like, it's pivotal, especially in the playoffs. It's flat out pivotal. So we'll see how it goes with the Bills. I'm actually pretty excited. Going on to the second team of the video. Drum roll, please. We got the New York Jets. Oh my god, Zach Wilson is so bad on so many levels. I don't even know where to start. The guy has trouble making reads. The guy holds on to the ball for too long. The guy is inaccurate. You want to compare him to all-time bust? Like, you want to put him on that list? It's honestly fair. Like, it's just bad. Seeing what this offense is capable of, you have the weapons. Dalvin Cook not being as washed as a lot of people say he is. Breece Hall obviously legit. Going to the receiving end, Garrett Wilson being a bona fide stud. All right, the dude looks amazing out there. Get him the goddamn ball. But my biggest gripe about this is, why the fuck is the front office just like sitting back on this? Like, it's fine. Let's call this a wasted year. Like, dude, do something, anything. Like, this team is capable, extremely capable of doing some serious damage. How much more? Like, I just don't understand. How much more of a fucking kick in the goddamn balls do you need to take before you say, man, you know what? Zach Wilson's just really ass. We should just replace him with literally fucking anyone. And I'm going to do you guys a solid and show you some fucking stats that'll back me up. Okay, before I show you guys some stats to back me up, I really got to show you this clip. Zach Wilson sacks himself. I mean, just watch, dropping back, making some reads, nothing. Just fucking falls. What are we doing, buddy? What are we doing? I mean, for one, the pocket's collapsing and he's just still holding on to the ball, and then he just like spins himself around and is like, you know what? Nah. Like, come on, dude. What the hell is that shit? Yeah, no, nothing. Shit. Damn. Like, come on, dude. Fucking try. Act like you give a fuck, dude. All right. Back here with the stats that I wanted to talk about. Zach Wilson's career statistics versus Jamarcus Russell's career statistics. If you guys are not in the know, Jamarcus is considered one of the biggest busts, if not the biggest bust at quarterback of all time. Now, let's look at the games played. Jamarcus Russell 31, Zach Wilson 25. Okay, all right, just games played, nothing crazy. Completions. Jamarcus Russell 354, Zach Wilson 389. Nothing crazy. Jamarcus Russell 680 attempts, Zach Wilson 709. Completion percentage. Zach Wilson 54.9, Jamarcus Russell 51.2. Passing yards 4,083 for Jamarcus Russell. ZW Zach Wilson 4,489. Yards per attempt. Jamarcus Russell 6. Zach Wilson 6.3. Touchdowns. Zach Wilson 17. Jamarcus Russell 18. Interceptions. Jamarcus Russell 23. Zach Wilson 22. Sacks. Zach Wilson 75. Jamarcus Russell 70. Quarterback rating. Jamarcus Russell 65.2. Zach Wilson 69.2. This guy's fucking awful. On to team number 3, please. All right, team number 3, drum roll, please. We got the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, there's a lot to say when you have a team of Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Jason Kelce, DeAndre Swift. Talking about the defensive side, Jalen Carter, Darius Slay, Blankenship, who honestly I wasn't too familiar with prior to week 3, game 3. He looked pretty freaking solid. He seemed to be all over the field. Like, defensively, offensively, the Eagles look way too cracked. Don't mind me pulling back. My hair is getting longer, so I'm pulling back the headband because it's combating the frizziness in my hair. You guys don't care about that. You're not here for that. Anyway, the Philadelphia Eagles look freaking insane. I mean, from top to bottom, offensive line, they create so many openings. And Kenneth Gainwell, while he's not a better running back, he does provide pass protection better than DeAndre Swift. So I can see why he still gets 40% snap share. But talking about DeAndre Swift, he just looks like he's got some freaking bunnies on him, as you can see with the hurdle from the highlight of... I can't show the play because of copyright reasons, but I want to show the play. Basically, he's got bunnies. Not only that, super electric, super elusive. Yeah, DeAndre Swift fly out looks amazing. I mean, super, again, elusive, makes great reads. Not that it's really hard to when he's having those holes on the offensive line that he does, but even when he goes through them, always knows when to cut inside and when to cut outside. And he's not the fastest, as much as people would like to say, oh, he's pretty fast. He is, but he's not the fastest. I think what makes him so good, again, is that elusiveness and being able to juke out defenders. And he's got a quick step, a very, very quick step. I know we're talking about speed, so let's include that quickness. To add more to it, Jalen Hurts looks freaking amazing. I mean, there are times where he has miscommunication with his receivers, or there are times where he's maybe missing a throw or two, but just having his mobility as an option and being able to extend plays and give the receivers extra chances at making plays themselves. You know, AJ Brown being a diva week 2, definitely not ideal, but made him happy this week. He got his touches, and Devonta Smith, he'll get his touches in the next games. I just really like where this offense is at. To top it all off, on top of their defense and offense being great, they also got a good kicker, you know, which is something not a lot of people are going to talk about. But it is important. Why? Because those are the things, it's the little things that make a championship team. Those are the plays that cement you, right, further down. We talk about kickers. Justin Tucker just had a field goal opportunity for the win. Didn't come through. The Saints kicker, I was going to say Will Lutz, but it's not even Will Lutz. 47-yarder. I mean, Justin Tucker's was deep, by the way, so let's clarify that up. I mean, it's not like he just missed a chip. But anyway, Saints kicker. 47-48-yarder for the win, or at least to put him up with a minute to go. Misses the kick. It's just the details, and when it comes to championship teams, you really think about it, they all have details, right? And again, it doesn't seem important. I know talking about a kicker, what the fuck? But I'm telling you, dude, this team is complete from top to bottom is what I'm trying to get at. So complete that you could even bring in the kicker in that discussion. Because again, what are they missing defensively, right? Jalen Carter, rookie, absolute beast, fell in the draft because of some personal issue and some misconduct, but is looking like everyone fucking made a huge mistake because goddamn, the dude is strong and stuffing the run, putting a pressure on the quarterback. Like, holy crap, this defense is suffocating, extremely suffocating. And you add that again, with that offense, a team that can run the ball whenever they want, and then when they're feeling spunky, they can run play action, kick it out to the right, find AJ Brown or Devonta Smith. This dude, the team is insane. Philly is a problem, and barring any injuries, same shit really, they are going to be a contender, flat out. It looks like they're going to go run away with the division if the Cowboys keep playing like shit. I'm a Cowboy fan, by the way, so this is not ideal for me to admit. But yes, it's important to understand because, god damn it, if the Cowboys can get their head out of their ass and win the games that they're supposed to win, they'd make a world of a difference. I know we're talking about the Eagles, but I just can't stress enough. From top to bottom, that team is fucking good. They are a problem. And it seems like they don't really have any inconsistency issues. I mean, they might have issues, again, with like a play or two that might take him out of a drive. But when they buckle down and get serious and get ready, it's just like, dude, you can't stop them. You really can't stop them. But anyway, I've been recording for 36 minutes now. I'm probably going to cut out like half of this video. I ramble a lot. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. It is a pleasure, as always, to come out and ramble on NFL weekly solo podcast. I don't know anyone else that does a solo one. Maybe there are other people. I don't know. To be honest, I don't care. I'm going to keep doing it anyway because I enjoy it and you guys seem to enjoy it based on the views. Anyway, appreciate you guys for watching. As always, this is All Even Different. All Even Different. I'll see you next week. And we out.